Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadave Reads the Holy Books of India, Mahabharata552. As you may remember, Bhishma said that attachment was the worst of all sorrows. Renunciation is the source of the greatest happiness. We are born from Brahman through Brahman. Devoting oneself to Brahman, one can return to Brahman. Seek the self which is concealed in a cave. Yudhishthira, describe to me the person who is dear to all, who is said to be perfectly accomplished, to be endowed with all the merits that the world speaks about. Bhishma, such a person as you describe will be learned, will be good and pious. That person's blood will never get heated by pride. Discontent and wrath will not be found in people like that either. Their senses will never lead them astray, and they will always have peace, born of the realization of the supreme truth. Yudhishthira, what makes a person a sinner, and what makes people virtuous? What helps them to achieve renunciation? How do they attain emancipation? Bhishma, desire is responsible for making a person a sinner. When it sees an object of the sense, desire seeks it. For the sake of getting what they want, people will strive for it. The objects of the senses appear so agreeable that they do their best to get them. Attachment follows in the wake of desire. Immediately follow aversion, greed, and error of judgment. The mind becomes confused, clouded, and people do not anymore follow the path of virtue. Assuming a virtue they do not possess is now the policy. And they become hypocrites. Acquiring wealth with the help of hypocrisy is easy for a person who has begun on the downward path to sin. In spite of the advice of well-wishers and elders, people begin to act in a sinful manner. There is no more hope of salvation for a confirmed sinner like the one just described. People are righteous if they seek the good of others and so win good for themselves. They are wise and know how to avoid the pitfalls called the senses. They are wise as to the real nature of happiness and sorrow. People attain mastery over the senses, and that's called virtue. But still, they are discontented. They will not rest until they have mastered the art of renunciation. Knowledge helps them to be free of desire, finally realizing that the world is but a passing pageant, that it will be destroyed any time. They try to cast off virtue with its rewards in the form of heaven and happiness, and try to attain emancipation. Yudhishthira, what are the attributes that are necessary for a person who wants to be free from attachment and attain emancipation? Bhishma, the one fit for emancipation has passed far beyond the ken of the world of the senses. Hunger and thirst do not bother them, nor are they affected by other states of the physical body. Their minds are untrammeled by wrath, cupidity, and error. Folly never makes them forget themselves. To such a person, a hovel built of bamboo and reeds is the same as the palace of a king. Pleasure and pain do not touch them, since they are fully conscious of their birth in delusion. To them, the world is just the consequence of the 5 primal elements combining all together. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.